All over the world, species clash in nature's savage battle of survival. On the open plains, in mountain forests, and city streets, all are locked in deadly conflict. Animals fight tooth and claw to win food, territory, and rights to the bloodline. From the Mediterranean shores to the Canadian wilderness, there are no rules. This is Animal Fight Night. In the battle of the sexes, males can be stronger. But when it comes to the bloodline, females hold the power. In the high forests of Rwanda, mountain gorillas walk a fine line between peace and war. With plenty of food, fights usually erupt over females. And this local troop has a battle brewing. Males from a neighboring band are after their females. But the dominant male, the silverback, gives a warning. The group flees, and a dangerous battle is avoided. Gorillas choose their fights carefully. Because when these powerhouses duke it out, the damage can be devastating. Gorillas eat roots, fruits, and tree bark. But their colossal power and bulk is thanks to an incredible super-powered gut. Gorillas can consume over 10% of their body weight in vegetation a day. Their enlarged colons are far more efficient than ours at processing plant fiber to produce power-building energy. While we can't digest plant cellulose at all, a gorilla's colon contains a bacteria that breaks it down, converting it into energy. With so much raw power, diplomacy is critical. But another battle over mating threatens to erupt. Females sometimes transfer between groups, a behavior that guards against interbreeding. An outsider mother and her 3-year-old arrive from another troop. A male's harem is limited to 3 adult females. So to the ladies, this newcomer is a threat. A dominant female takes the lead. Urinating is an involuntary fight-or-flight response. A clear sign that the dominant female is serious. The newcomer can't back down. She must earn her place. Behind the females, a male's pig grunts mean he's angry. A firm hand splits the pair. But the silverback strong-arms him. He wants the females to settle this themselves. The newcomer asserts herself. The long-timer retreats. But has the last word. The newcomer may not win over her rival, but earns approval from the silverback and secures safety for her and her child at the cost of just a few bruised egos. When males clash over territory, the outcome is rarely amicable. A pair of Waterbuck wages war. This landowner caught a young buck gatecrashing his territory. Time for a hard lesson in Waterbuck etiquette. Waterbuck love water. They emit an oily, smelly secretion that waterproofs their shaggy coat. When threatened, they head where few predators will follow. An effective tactic. Unless they're up against another Waterbuck. Brutally battered, the buck is on death row. But the landowner stops. Danger is in the air. To a lion, the sound and smell of fighting Waterbuck are like a dinner bell. Expert hunters, lions work in small teams to separate a beast from the herd. Today's prey is a sitting duck. The 12-strong pride surrounds him. Fishing Waterbuck from ponds doesn't seem to be in the lion's hunting handbook. The Waterbuck sees a gap. A lioness strikes. On dry land, she'll haul her prey to ground. But here, she clings on. The lioness moves in for the kill. But the youngster refuses to give in. He plunges the lion's face beneath the water. Unable to breathe, she releases her grip. But the Waterbuck makes a fatal mistake. Water is his turf. Land is theirs. When a pack of hungry lions invites you to dinner, it's an offer you can't refuse. While many animals fight for the chance to mate, cuttlefish save some of their fiercest battles for afterwards. Living just 18 months, cuttlefish have only one mating season. So it's time for some fast love. Romeo finds his Juliet. Sophisticated cells let him change his skin to display vibrant zebra stripes. It's how cuttlefish declare their love. The mating begins, face to face. A male takes sperm with his enlarged fourth arm and inserts it into the female. Soon, she'll lay her eggs. And shortly after, the pair will die. Until then, Romeo will guard her. Because a fertile female can quickly gather attention. A handoff tells an intruder that Juliet is taken. This rival could replace Romeo's sperm with his own. Romeo isn't going to let anyone trash his bloodline. He's got a deadly move that could save the day. A rival makes a move on Romeo's Juliet. Cuttlefish have just one short season to extend their bloodline. Romeo makes his skin dark and squirts an inky cloud. Ink is made in the ink gland before it's released into the ink sac. When threatened, a muscular contraction forces it through the funnel. Containing the dark pigment melanin, the ink acts as a smokescreen. The cuttlefish can also mix the ink with mucus to create pseudomorphs, smaller cuttlefish-sized clouds, which act as a perfect predator decoy. The rival's zebra stripes make his intentions loud and clear. But Romeo won't give up on his Juliet. His next defense is jet-propelled. He sucks water through apertures at the side of his head into his mantle cavity. He then contracts the muscles quickly to force the water through the funnel. This pushes him rapidly in the opposite direction. Moving the funnel lets him quickly change his course, so he can outmaneuver enemies. In the panic, the rival grabs Juliet. Cuttlefish arms are lined with suckers, which they use to secure their prey and drag them towards their pointed beaks. This love story is now a horror movie. Juliet breaks free. Patience tested, Romeo explodes. He corkscrews his rival with a triple barrel roll. Dazed and defeated, the rival's hunt for a mate continues elsewhere. Reunited, Romeo and Juliet's struggle is far from over. Laying eggs is their next challenge, and their final one. When a beast loses the final battle, his flesh becomes a feast worth fighting for. A dead hippo is way past its expiration date. Notorious scavengers, hyenas are not fussy eaters. They live in large packs and eat anything and everything. Skin, hair, teeth, Their bone-crunching jaws even let them feast on nourishing marrow. A rotting hippo creates a big stink. A hungry warrior locks on to the scent. Called by some the most fearless animal in the world, honey badgers are 10-inch tall powerhouses. They pack long, sharp claws and a savage bite. These stocky beasts prey on anything, even killer snakes. But when food is scarce, he'll turn scavenger. The honey badger spots the clan. No amount of hippo is worth taking on a pack of hyenas. But it's too late. He's been spotted. And the hyenas think he looks tasty. Outnumbered 7-1, the honey badger's only chance is to fight dirty. A rotting hippo carcass attracts a pack of hyenas. But they'd sooner feast on fresh honey badger. He can't outrun them. But he can fight nasty. Leg cocked, he unleashes his secret weapon. A stomach-churning liquid sprayed from his anal glands. Then, he pulls the dirtiest move in the book. He bites a hyena's genitals. Once bitten, twice shy. No meal is worth the crown jewels. The honey badger makes a break, with the pack on his heels. Things don't look good. But grit pays off. For the honey badger, 3 tons of hippo wasn't worth the fight. But for hyenas, nothing's past its use-by date. When food is scarce, the scavengers will do anything to survive. A clan stumbles on a pair of lionesses enjoying fresh buffalo, much tastier than rotting hippo. Hyenas and lions are both apex predators and mortal enemies. They hunt the same prey, scavenge the same remains, and slaughter each other's young. A fresh kill will see these rivals compete for calories. The hyenas may outnumber the lions 5-2. But caution is key. Other members of the 80-strong clan have come across a lone lioness. And this time, the numbers favor them. If they banish her, there'll be less competition for nearby prey. And if they kill her, she could be dinner. Mobbing with loud cries is a risky scare tactic. The clan has numbers, but the lioness is stronger. The clan gains confidence. Hyenas fight with razor-sharp teeth. But so does she. One bite to a hyena's neck can kill. But the clan target her haunches. Their carnassials shear straight through flesh, staring 12 kinds of death in the face. Flight wins out over fight. As the frustrated hyenas give up, the lioness strikes gold. A leopard's treetop stash. Even a discarded head yields life-giving protein. And she should know. This famed predator scavenges more than the lowly hyena. Some Native Americans believe that seeing the elusive Wolverine is a sign of good fortune. But not if you're a rival Wolverine. They'll stop at nothing to protect their turf. A Wolverine's jagged teeth can slice off their rivals' scalps. Wolverines don't hibernate in the winter. They tough it out, finding food by fair means or foul. The scavenger hits the jackpot. His highly developed sense of smell picks out flesh buried deep in the snow. But a moose carcass out in the open is 1,800 pounds of easy booty. Except there's a thief about. A rival Wolverine. A moose is more than enough meat for two. But the Latin name for Wolverine is glutton, and neither of these guys wants to share. When Wolverines wage war, they go in armed to the teeth. Over generations, Wolverines were born with a genetic anomaly. Fewer teeth. This allowed their descendants to develop larger carnassials, which were more efficient at hacking through frozen meat. Wolverine's upper molar teeth are rotated 90 degrees. Hourglass in shape, with well-developed shearing blades, they can crush bones. The thief unleashes a scratch attack. Unlike the X-Man, Wolverines can't retract their lethal claws. The thief sinks those flesh-shredding teeth into the scavenger's head. One false move, and the scavenger loses more than his dinner. He could be scalped. Battling over a moose carcass, a Wolverine thief locks his teeth on the owner's scalp. But the scavenger twists himself free. The thief counters with another twist. This violent motion can be used to dismember an opponent. The scavenger quits while he still can. With his scalp in one piece. The thief chows down. Food tastes better when you've worked up an appetite. The only thing that bites harder than Yellowstone's winter is the grizzly. Time's running out for this bear. He needs to pile on the pounds for his 5-month hibernation. By foraging or hunting. Grizzlies are one of the largest land-based carnivores. But fighting over a fish is high on effort, low on calories. Our bear finds a bison carcass. Pounds of chow without the fight. To mark his claim, he leaves his bear stink on a nearby tree. Back scratching is a grizzly's keep out sign. A strong scent lets neighboring bears know to steer clear. But this bear wasn't the first one to find the carcass. He was. And he's not happy that someone is eating his bison. The owner attacks. He launches 600 pounds of teeth, claws, and muscle at the thief. The grizzly is one of the most powerful large carnivores. His distinctive shoulder hump is a mass of muscle that helps power his strong front legs when digging for food. In combat, this gives him the fighting strength of up to 5 grown men. Battling grizzlies can kill. The thief gains the higher ground. But the owner fights for what's rightfully his. He uses the bank to power the thief into the freezing waters. The thief rears up in defiance. But the owner takes the victory. He turns his back to let the thief know who's the boss. The thief's free lunch proved too good to be true. With winter settling in, he should be saving energy, not wasting it. Nothing is as fierce as a mother fighting for her young. India's Satpura Hills. Away from her herd's protection, a female gaur nurses a newborn calf. But the pair is not alone. Wild dogs are nearby, and they're hungry. Gaur are wild cattle Goliaths. Bigger than their bison and buffalo cousins. During the mating season, male gaur lock horns with ferocious power. Nearby, Indian wild dogs, or dhole, get their strength through numbers. These ruthless assassins run in packs and use killer tactics. Against a mother 40 times heavier than them, the wild dogs turn to guerrilla warfare. Having carried him for 9 months, there's no way Mom's going to let her precious child become dog food. Indian wild dogs prey on the weak. They single out a newborn gaur. The calf dives for his mother's protection, but her eyes are on the bandits. The pack coordinates its attack with whistles and clucks. As soon as the mother fends off one bandit, others swoop from the opposite direction. Dholes stagger their assault to allow rest between attacks. And disembowel their prey while they're still alive. Mom's strength and size are useless against the swarming tormentors. They're just too quick for her advances. The calf goes into shock. He's breathing, but only just. Adding further insult, the bandits torment the distraught mother. The assault rages for over 15 minutes, and the calf's cries stop. Feeding their hunger, many overpowers might. The mother spent just 2 short days with her calf. She'll have others, but today she returns to the herd alone. In the battle for survival, surprise can be the greatest weapon. Fiercely territorial, capercaillie roosters are the original angry birds. When the red mist drops, they attack anything and anyone. The main predators to worry these kamikaze cockerels are red foxes and raptors. This rooster is king of all he surveys. Fantail feathers declare his fertility, along with his harem of hens. But someone wants his crown. The king makes his displeasure known. But his enemy wants a mate, and he's prepared to fight. Neck feathers puff up to intimidate. But kings don't scare easy. Capercaillies pack a deadly peck. Battles can decapitate. Blows from their powerful wings echo around the forest. The warriors know that one slip could be fatal. They mustn't lose focus. But neither sees the next attack coming. Golden eagles dive at 200 miles per hour and strike with ruthless efficiency. These airborne assassins know no bounds, readily sinking their powerful talons into beasts twice their size. A capercaillie makes for an easy meal. The king's enemy has been dealt with, but he doesn't walk away. He confuses the golden eagle for a rival. The predator just wants to enjoy his meal. Fat chance. Oblivious to the eagle's power, the king tests his patience. A capercaillie will do anything to defend its terrain. The king pays the ultimate price. 2 roosters is more than 1 eagle can eat. The king is left to the flies. The urban jungle. Stalking our sewers and subways. The brown rat survives on what others leave behind. But the hunt for food can take you into the wrong neighborhood. Squaring up to a predator 30 times your weight would send most running. But packing a host of combat skills, rats fight like ninjas. They box, wrestle, and pack a powerful bite. Rats' jaw muscles give them a strong bite for their body size. One pair of muscles even loops through the eye sockets, forcing the eyes to bulge as they gnaw. Their 4 incisors are made of soft dentin and hard enamel. The dentin wears faster than the enamel, creating a razor-sharp edge. Rats' teeth never stop growing, so unless he frequently gnaws, they'll spiral round, eventually filling his mouth. A decisive hold takes the victory. An even fight, fairly fought. But rat versus cat? The odds are in the feline's favor. Like their big cat cousins, the kitty cat packs serious combat smarts. Fast and agile, they can leap 5 times their own height. They have sharp, retractable claws, perfect for pinning down prey. And to complete the kill, 30 flesh-shredding teeth, built for eating meat. The warriors square off. Tackling just one of these killers is unthinkable. And this puss has backup. Like their big cat cousins, domestic cats are ruthless killers. So the odds look long for this rat. A flying leap, claws outstretched, sends Lucky running for cover. And Ratty's not stopping at the leader. He takes on the whole gang. Cats stalk prey with stealth. But rats' eyes are at the side of their head for incredible peripheral vision. Lucky backs the rat into a corner. This must be game over. Not for this little squeaker. Outmaneuvered and outclassed, Lucky throws in the towel. His next meal will come out of a can. The rat will fight for his. In the American Southwest, water is life. But finding it is murder. The thermometer here can top 125. And this roadrunner is thirsty. He can get most of his water from the meat of prey. His stubby wings make flying clumsy. But he can run down his victims at almost 20 miles per hour. This fleet-footed hunter spies another speed demon. A rattlesnake. A dead snake is a water-filled feast. But a live one is as quick as a whip. The legendary rattle, made from interlocking segments of keratin, is used to warn off potential predators. And if the warning doesn't work, America's most dangerous snake can strike at over 14 feet per second. But it's what's in the fangs that causes the damage. As his jaws widen, hinged fangs extend forward from the roof of his mouth. Before being plunged deep into his prey, the venom gland above the upper jaw compresses and pushes the deadly liquid along the venom duct through hollow channels in the fangs. The contents of the venom depends on the snake's location. Some use neurotoxins to paralyze their prey. Others use hemotoxins to starve animals' blood cells of oxygen. While some have a lethal cocktail of both. The roadrunners know bird brain. They'll rarely tackle a rattler over 2 feet long. But there's a youngster nearby. Less water, but seemingly less risk. But even a young rattler's venom could kill a roadrunner. So the bird dances with a mini murderer. Like a matador with his cape, the roadrunner uses his wings to divert the rattler's strike. With up to 15,000 muscles, the snake strikes faster than a human can blink. But it's not enough to bag a roadrunner. Sensing defeat, the rattler retreats. The bird seizes his chance by seizing the snake. Grabbing behind the head prevents the rattler unleashing its deadly venom. Known to the locals as the snake bird, the roadrunner's assault doesn't just kill. Crushing bones makes the water-filled snake easier to swallow, venom gland and all.